of applause for our house band, Zarif. The perfectly tailored vibe to this show. Feel free to tip Zarif at any point throughout the show. He gets his own special tip jar. It's right there. And you can follow him at Space Roys with a Z on Instagram. But right now, put your hands together for Stoner Morning Show!
Uh-oh. Is there another one? Is it on? Oh, shit. This gentleman looks relaxed. He knows the drill. He's like, these guys, they're going to pull through in the end like they always do. A bunch of rescue rangers.
All right.
All right, we're starting.
Give it up for the Olympics.
Woo!
Who's still got Olympic fever? That was my horrible attempt at bringing the audience back.
No, right.
I was like, if they cheer for the Olympics, maybe we'll get.
This place is a Boy Scout clubhouse during the day, so there's.
That's right.
It's barely held together.
Yeah, the floor is covered in paste.
Yeah.
From crafts and shit. All right. Well, raise your hand. If you're feeling awesome, raise your hand all the way up. And then if you're feeling just horrible, just don't raise your hand at all. That's it? All right. Room for improvement.
Room for improvement.
You're over there too? Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not a grade. It's just an honest, just how you feel. We're not judging you.
All right.
I didn't raise my hand at all.
That's fine.
How do I
You
feel?
were exempt.
I'm here.
I didn't either.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
All right. I texted you yesterday, or I think today, that I came up with a clown joke, and I want to try it.
Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, and I want to find out when it happens.
Well, I wrote a joke about clowns, and I'm going to tell it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do it like maybe a clown bit, maybe.
No.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, it's more of like an observation, kind of.
About clowns.
Yeah.
Let's take a temperature. How does the room feel about clowns?
I don't think the joke needs... it doesn't need a... Yeah.
How do you love them?
No joke is ever usually told with like...
With a survey up front?
Before we talk about it, let's have a survey.
Let's take a survey of the joke up front. Okay, go ahead.
We'll survey it afterwards.
Okay.
All right. And it's that I realized how to make every single clown scarier. Right? You know, some clowns are scary. Some are like, oh, that's just a regular birthday clown. I know a definite way how to make any clown scarier.
I'm gonna say
it's that you kick the shit out of the clown.
What?
You beat it in the head with a steel chair. You push it on the ground. You mess up its outfit. You kick it in the knees. You rough him up. And then leave him in the middle of the nowhere. So he has to stumble back to civilization, moaning, blood coming out of his face. And everyone would be scared of that clown. And what a horrible thing that says about society. I think.
I want to say first that you're absolutely right. That would make any clown scarier.
So. Yeah.
Except to the people who beat the shit out of the clown.
Well, sure. They're not in the equation anymore.
Oh, okay. They're out.
Yeah.
They have to be part of the, wow. Goodness gracious.
Any thoughts on that?
Any thoughts on this?
Now let's survey the room. What does everyone think about clowns? Raise your hand real high if you're down with them. Not at all.
Hands up if you're down with clowns.
Yeah. I'm half, I would say.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody scared of clowns? Adiel.
This
scared
guy?
of clowns.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you raise your hand, Elliot? Are you scared?
Scared of clowns, but now I love them and embrace them and send them my great friends.
What changed?
Yeah.
What
changed?
I think when I was about 5, my parents brought me to visit my Aunt Ada, and she was blind. And I was a little kid, very old. She was sitting there, she was sewing these puff things.
Yeah.
Why did she be sewing? Clowns. There were clowns all over the shade. And I asked the question, I said, you're blind, how are you sewing? So the next thing I know, I get cracked across my face. You can't talk to her like that.
Right.
Her eyelashes were stuck to her eyes. You know, and I just didn't understand it. I'm looking at all these clowns from the 1960s and
This is the story about how you got over it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, all
the
right.
first part was preamble.
Yeah, all right.
I want...
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, love.
Okay.
Well,
I want to come back to it in the second half of the show. I want to hear the second
come back to the
half.
second half. Good. All right.
And I want all of you to know that what just happened was not scripted. That just happened spontaneously.
Yeah. True.
That's it.
All right. What's on your mind?
Well, I want to say this. I think I've talked about this before. I'm doing intermittent fasting right now. Anybody doing some of that?
You intermittently talk about it as well.
Yeah, I intermittently talk about intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So what Anya and I are both doing now is we eat. Is it all right for me to talk about this? It's our fact checker, Anya. All right.
Yeah, talk about you.
Okay. Anya and I are doing the same diet, but I'm only talking about me. Okay?
Fair.
I'm only talking about me.
Fair.
I'm not talking about her. We're doing the same exact diet.
She's out of my mind.
Okay.
Good one.
I eat only from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. And I don't eat outside of that.
Yes.
Last night, I went to a party very late, and it was very emotionally stressful for different reasons.
Okay.
And I broke my fast. This is the first time I've done it since I started intermittent fasting.
Okay.
I went to Kellogg's Diner, which is somewhere in Williamsburg.
Sure.
And I had a meatball sub, meatball parmesan.
Well, I would say all things in moderation, and you just in moderation broke the fast. So I think that's fine, right?
Yeah. I also had fries.
Okay, that's fine. Is this a new shirt?
No, well, this is new from the past year.
I don't know if I've ever seen it before. It's great.
Oh, thank you. We bought it at what is it?
And if you look like this shirt, right? Everyone.
We were in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, and we bought these on the side of the road.
Ooh. And you saw them, and you immediately knew you had to have it.
I knew it. I knew that this was my shirt. Anybody ever buy something on the side of the road and feel like, and they're like, man, I'm glad I stopped on the side of this road. What is the thing?
What was it? Ooh. Yeah.
Was it like whittled into a shape? Wow. Wow. It changed.
All right.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Sometimes you ask a question and you get an answer.
I want to see it. I'm sad about it as I can't see it now.
Come back for another episode when we do a show and tell episode and just come back and bring that thing.
Yes,
and then
please.
Tell us that you're going to show it to
We'll
us.
interview you about it.
Yeah. What road on? Where were you coming from? I got it.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Yeah. These are just some of the questions that we might ask you.
Yeah.
We're still looking for somebody to bring somebody here who has never seen live theater before.
Wow.
Right? Didn't we talk about that? I want somebody who has never seen live theater before, that this is the first show they ever see.
Oh, yeah. We got to put that
Live
call out
theater.
and make that happen.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
And not a kid.
Yeah, not an adult.
An adult.
An adult who's lived a life.
Yeah.
Not some sort of invalid or shut-in.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Raise your hand if you've never seen a show before, if this is your first show.
First live show ever.
All right, good. All right.
I went to college for theater. I had never been to a professional play. Ever. Why did I do that?
And you picked that? That's awesome. I think it's great.
Isn't that weird?
No, I think it's awesome.
I wonder if that's
'Cause you
common or
knew.
uncommon.
I think you knew.
And here's what's worse. Not only did I go to college for theater, and I'd never been to a professional play before. I grew up in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, New York's big. You had other stuff to see. Like,
Shit.
You know? I think it's great. All right, I have a story that I want to share very briefly, and then we have guests, right?
Okay, yeah, we have some
Can I
great
do a
guests tonight.
story here?
Please.
All right. A few weeks ago, or weekends ago, Zarif was there. We were at a party, and some guy showed up and started burning his own sage at this party. I thought it was incredible. He like threw down like. Do you remember that guy? He threw down like a roll of crystals. They ended up selling to people. You know, but then he just started burning sage. Just at a party that he just showed up at. I thought it was hilarious.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
I think if he knows that there's some sort of evil in that room and you don't know it, he's still got a job to do.
Even if there was no evil in the room was like better.
Yes.
It smelled nice. I don't know. People were happy. Like there was a line of like 4 women who came up and just started buying crystals off of him.
It's interesting to me, what are the parameters? If somebody has something that they can do at a space that's not theirs and they're new to that space, if they have something they can add to that space that is completely unprecedented, should they do it? For example, if I walk into a building I've never been in before, and I see people working, and it's the middle of the workday, I don't work there, I have no business there.
Okay.
I walk in, but I know I can make some really good punch. And I just bring it and put it in the center with cups and a ladle.
Oh, yeah?
Is it wrong if I do that? Confidence. Not only is it confidence, but I'm doing it for them because they look thirsty.
You know what would be a good business idea?
Yes.
Random cakes.
Wow.
Where we just show up at an office building on a floor and we just like drop off a cake.
It has to be donation based, and I bet it would do well.
Yeah, I bet it would.
Only donations. We're not charging you for this. If you want it for free, you can take it for free.
Okay. I thought maybe someone else donated the cake to somebody else.
Wait a minute. Okay, talk about that.
Well, it's like, all right, if I have a friend who works in an office, I want to send that office a cake, I'll send it over that way.
Okay, the idea that was in my head, that's a great idea for a business.
Right.
Yeah, but I think people can just order cakes for other people. The idea that was...
But this is random cakes. You don't know what cake you're going to get. How about that? We're going to send a cake, and they don't know, you don't get to choose what it is.
Wow. Is anyone here allergic to something that might be in a cake? It would work. This room is in.
Yeah.
They're in for it. The idea that was in my head was... We have a business and we make cakes, and every day we just decide, not randomly, but based on how we feel, today we're going to give this business cake.
That's an idea too.
And we just give them cake, and then they go, how much is it? We didn't order this. And we go, we know we're giving it to you. How much is it? It's up to you. And you back out the door.
We would have to get uniforms to do it. You'd have to look very official.
Very official, but also bearing glad tidings.
Yeah.
Bearing kindness.
All right, well, let's talk about this at all.
Quickly, I want to ask this gentleman.
Yeah.
Somebody shows up to your job with just some cake. Say it's no charge at all. Here's cake. Are you taking it?
And it's carried by a clown who has just kicked the shit out of him. Got the shit kicked out of him. All right. Let's hear some jokes.
All right. Yeah, let's hear some jokes. Okay.
First we have Brittany, right?
Bailey Pope.
Oh, no, Bailey Pope. That's the first time I've ever done that. Use this mic.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay, great. This feels great. This is really amazing. It feels like I'm just part of your collaborative audio diary, and it feels good. I like everybody here looks like they're wishing this wasn't happening. I like you. You look like the drummer of every band that I used to listen to. I like that. That's good. I'm glad we're here. I am glad to be here. Last week I was in Mexico. Actually, I had my anniversary. It's been 6 years. I've been dating my girlfriend for 6 years. Thanks. Which means I've been living with my girlfriend for 6 years. It's a lesbian joke. So that's how we do it. We've been together for a while, and we go to Mexico to celebrate. And we're both white, but we think we're both good ones. And so obviously we're in Tulum, and we go to Tulum every year now. It's been 5 years we've been doing this, and we kind of have some of the tricks down now. I don't know if you ever travel to the same place often, but we realized when we first started going there, we were on the beach once, and we wanted to get a cabana, right? And they were it's 1,000 peso minimum. We're holy shit. And then a week later I was that's $50. You're you don't have to have money to enjoy Mexico. You just need to know long division, So we got some of the tricks down. Going to the same places in Tulum for 5 years now too. This happened we were there the other day. we went to this breakfast place that we like always go to, and they like recognize me, which is like, I love that shit so much. I don't know if you guys care about, like, I love being a regular anywhere. But like they like recognize me and they were like, oh my gosh, welcome back. And like, I want to think it's because like I'm charming or like a good tipper, and not because I'm the tranny with neck tattoos. But it's probably the second one. It's probably the second one. No, I am trans. I'm very, very brave. It's not brave. Guys, I live in Brooklyn. It's not brave. Hey, at this point, if you live in Brooklyn and you don't do butt stuff, people are like, you're at the Capitol on the 6th. You know, like, it's Brooklyn. It's not brave. I don't know. Like, this is what's brave. Actually, recently I did have to come out as someone who still enjoys Mumford and Sons. That's, hey, I'm being vulnerable. All right? Trying to, getting less brave by the moment. I don't know. When I first came out, I came out to my mom. She was not excited. We grew up religious, and she wasn't excited. I came out to her. It was like from the time I was 10, I felt this way. A couple days go by, she's still really upset, and I start getting nervous. You know, I don't want to like lose family over this. And so I just sat her down again, and I would go like, look, never mind. She said, cool. I don't know. And we just didn't talk about it for 2 years, like, which is what, like, have you guys ever seen that movie, Sixth Sense? Do you remember that movie? I like that movie. Anybody ever watched it a second time, though? No, you haven't. There's no fucking reason. Guys, 2 years go by, I came out to her again, and she was surprised again. I don't think so. I don't buy it. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's giving me a light. I'm going to do a real tight 17 if I don't get any light. I don't know. I'm actually a mom now. Any parents here? Yeah. How old are your kids? 26. Right on. You just won. So I have a 16-year-old non-binary kid, because of course I do. Of course, I mean, like, can you imagine if I had a kid and it was just like a 16-year-old straight boy is like a rising star in lacrosse? Like, then you'd be like, something went wrong. Something like they don't have a relationship. No, they came out to me, and actually they had a hard time coming out to me, which was wild. Like, this is the only thing I've ever followed through with. Like, your other mom's gonna be pissed, though. I don't know if she's gonna like. She didn't like when I did it. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think that it's funny because like representation like makes it look easier for young kids now, which I think is a good thing. But like, I think true progress is when everybody can hate a new queer person for reasons other than queerness, like Caitlyn Jenner. Like, do you guys remember when she was still running from responsibility in that car crash? Do you remember that shit? I don't know. I do like when Caitlyn Jenner's in the news, though, because we have gotten a place where, like, no matter how much people hate her, they don't misgender her in the news. Like, she used to be, like, an asshole or bastard. Now she's a bitch and a cunt. And I think that that's progress. All right, thanks, guys.
You have the center seat. Okay, I'll hold this and we'll share. We'll have to go back and forth like this.
Yeah, that's it.
Mics are unreliable.
Welcome to the tiny cupboard.
Oh, thank you. I feel like you guys are wondering what my intentions with your daughter is.
Well, what are they?
I wonder why I have a daughter.
I mean, you guys have a beautiful daughter.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
What would our daughter's name be, and what do you think her profession would be?
Oh, it'd be Anya, and she'd just go driving around in a van for some reason shortly after you met her.
Yeah, I would choose to name our daughter after Anya.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, I thought what you were saying was if Shawn and I had a daughter, it would be my girlfriend Anya. Okay.
All right, first question. What's something that you could cook, but you don't, but you think, like, I should learn how to cook this?
That's a fucking weird question. You know that, right? Okay, good. I want to be able to, like, make samosas Every time I was in Astoria earlier, and I had to run into use an Indian place restaurant or the restroom, and then I was standing there waiting. I was like, this is so fucking. I smell so good. I'm like, I want that kind of talent, but I will never try.
Okay. Oh, darn. All right. I had a follow-up question.
Do it.
Because I was going to, in the moment, I just thought maybe we can challenge you to learn how to make some and then come back.
Come back to another show with samosas?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you do that? Would you learn to make samosas and come back? We will finish this segment, but you'll come back again.
I mean, as long as you're paying me as much as you are tonight, which is $0.
Deal.
Yes.
Throw in for ingredients.
Yeah, we'll throw. Yes.
And a train ride to and from.
Wow. I mean, you guys are really doing it. You're really doing it.
All right. Good.
Okay. Second. Okay. Third question.
Sure.
Is it in any way insulting to you that I don't have questions prepared like Shawn does?
No, because we actually met almost 12 years ago, and I think it would be more weird if you had anything prepared.
Okay. We met 12 years ago. We went to church together. We went to church together in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
And we used to play music for the church band at a bar called the Trash Bar.
Yeah. It's no longer there.
I think that we went to church together.
Yeah.
I've been to that church once. I
Oh,
went.
you had been to that church.
did, yeah.
It's no longer there. It's now a boxing gym.
It's what?
Yes, it's not even a real boxing gym. The Trash Bar. So the Trash Bar used to be like the hippest, Williamsburgiest dive bar in Brooklyn, and it's now like one of those.
Now a fake boxing gym. It's just a place where people show up to have fights.
No, they don't even fight. They just punch the bag. They're not allowed to hit each other.
Fights were actually what happened at the bar.
Yeah. The fights were at the actual Trash Bar. Now it's all done. Yeah. That's that's 12 years ago?
Yeah. It's funny too, I had that stupid Mumford joke. And do you remember we met Marcus Mumford's parents?
I wasn't there. Oh, I don't think I was there, but
yeah,
I know this is so inside baseball. I'm so sorry, everybody. But a young lady I know came to the church who was the daughter or the wife of one of the Mumford and Sons people.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, okay.
New York's weird.
Yeah.
That's a bad story, everybody. Just so you guys
There you go.
Very short, not good story. All right.
I have a very random and boring story about how the one time I was in Montreal, Canada, I was there on the last home game of the Montreal Expos, and I thought about trying to go get a ticket, but I already had plans that night, and that's the story.
Do you know if they won that game?
What?
Do you know if they won that game?
I don't even know, but
Oh, shit.
that is a bit that I'm working on where I tell you that I have a boring story about something, and then I just tell it.
Okay.
That is the story.
I would like to try that. Okay.
It didn't work. All right.
That's all right.
That was remarkably unhinged. I really thought, and then I saw the Lumineers, and it's like, that's a bad story too, but at least it had something to do. No, just not.
I bet we should do a show where it's a bad story competition. Invite people.
That's happening right now.
It's already happening.
Well, we should plan it instead of letting it happen by accident.
Yeah, possibly. I want to. Okay, so I want to know what is a. I just want to stay in this. What is a boring story that you have that means a lot to you, but that will bore everyone else?
Oh my God.
If you have one in the audience, if you have a story that means a lot to you, but that will bore us, think of it, we're going to come to you and ask
It
you
might
if you
be
have one.
fascinating.
Okay, I broke both my front teeth. Oh, no. Okay, yours is probably better. All right.
You broke both of your front teeth?
Yeah, but at two separate times, two front teeth, two separate times. Once I was, my foot was on a skateboard and I needed to tie my shoe, and instead of taking it off of the skateboard to tie it, I was just like, let's do this all at once. And the skateboard came up to meet me in the middle. And then the other one was just a tetherball pole that was in one place the whole time, but I wasn't.
Wait a minute. So you ran around the pole, but
I just literally walked right into it, and it wasn't moving. I just really did it.
Yeah, that's he likes that story.
Yeah.
What's your boring story, sir?
Yeah, but stand up.
Yeah.
This happened back in 2011.
Yeah.
I had to pay my rent in person. This is before they started doing it online. I go to Bank of America. I go in there. I'm high as a motherfucker. I get the money out. I'm going to walk out the bank, and I couldn't get out. It was an ATM.
Couldn't get out of the bank. Yeah.
And I called up Bank of America to ask them how to get out. And the lady says, push the exit button.
Wow. Applause for that. True story. All right. Would you be mad if you found out that somebody in this room stole that story? Like 2 years from now, would you be mad?
Probably can, but I'll find them.
Wow.
All right.
We got one more. We got one more boring story.
All right, but stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait a minute.
A Bank of America representative here to answer any gripes.
She goes, I remember that guy.
Let's create a dialogue here.
Hold on.
Let's solve some issues.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
First of all, what a roller coaster of emotions.
Just got good.
Yeah. I thought you had a story. I was like, oh, this guy's got a story. But not only, then you were like, oh, I want to let this guy, I want to.
Throwing his girlfriend under the bus is the story.
I thought you were like offering, I want this man to express his emotions, but you're just throwing your girlfriend under the bus.
I don't think he's throwing her under the bus. I think he's celebrating her in an unpleasant way.
Yeah. That's okay.
I think that's what's happening.
Ooh.
Yes.
I want to know what is... I went to college in Savannah, right? And Anya and I have been there a few times. What Anya doesn't know is most of the reason I want to go there is there's stupid reasons like food. Like there's certain foods I can only get in Savannah. That's why I want to go. Do you have like cheap, non-sentimental, bad reasons that you keep going back to Tulum?
Oh shit. Well, actually, we only stay in town. We get little mom and pop places, and we wanted to get this breakfast place. Like our other breakfast place, and it was all police taped off the other day, and we were super bummed because we found out that there was a cartel shootout in this restaurant, and that's a bummer because that chilaquiles was so good.
Oh shit!
Also, people died, but chilaquiles.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is chilaquiles? Is it with a mole?
No, it's basically breakfast nachos. If I just to make it an easy dish.
Oh wow!
You'd like them.
I would.
Yeah.
Cartel shootout. And you guys missed the whole cartel. God, thank God. Oh wow! It was. The cartel shootout was so bad that it was. Wow. Beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
I still. That's it. That's the only reason. That's the only.
Dumb food.
Yeah, dumb food or dumb things that you're like.
No, here's the thing. It's more dumb drinks because when I'm in Brooklyn, my go-to drink is old fashions and shit. But I go to Mexico and instantly I'm just strawberry daiquiris, please. Like 2 limes. I am just so basic when I get there, and I'm all about it. I mean, I'm a bad person also.
Beautiful. All right.
Anything you want to leave us with?
Well, that's so vague. No, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
You're doing amazing. This is what I want to give you an option now.
Okay.
Either you do the samosas, because we want you to come back and do the samosas, or you and I have to commit to within the next 2 months, got to do a boxing class at where the trash bar is. Just one boxing class. Or both.
I'll do samosas.
Okay.
Fucking box.
All right. Give it up for Bailey Pope.
How can we find you, Bailey?
Instagram, the actual Bailey Pope is the best way to do it.
The actual Bailey Pope. Give it up for Bailey, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we do have another guest coming up, and maybe some more stories from audience members.
We will take another boring story if there's one out there.
Yeah.
Technically, this gentleman told us one earlier about a turtle letter opener. Yes.
Yes.
So we've had a few already.
Right. All right. I have an improv game that I want to play.
What? Okay.
Yeah. With us.
Okay.
And so some of you might know, some of you might not know. Ralf and I used to do improv. We still do sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we play improv games in the shows. Everyone know improv? I don't need to explain it, right? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to play an improv game, but I'm going to set up the scene.
Okay.
And the scene is, like, this is breaking a rule a little bit. You know what I mean? Where I'm establishing.
Yeah, you're not supposed to write the scene first.
I'm writing it.
Okay.
But the scene is a person asleep in bed, and another person comes in to rob their house, and the lights come on, and they both realize that they were childhood friends.
Wow.
And so the scene will start. We don't know who is who.
Okay.
But the scene will start right as they lock eyes and recognize each other.
Audience, you should know that this. I didn't know this was going to happen until just now.
No,
okay?
I came up with this like 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
I didn't know either. All right. So we just locked eyes, and the scene will start. No way.
I mean,
Brian.
Yeah, Keith.
Yes.
Don't rob my house.
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm hoping that everything's going well with you.
It's not.
All right.
I came here to rob a person, but holy shit, this is incredible.
We went to school together in Florida. This is Seattle.
Yeah, really.
This is very strange. I'm happy to see you. These are terrible circumstances.
I agree. Can I sit down?
Put the gun down.
Yes. I'm sorry. You know what? Keep it.
Keep the gun?
I'm going to turn my life around. Holy shit.
Okay. You don't have to do it right now.
Here, I'm going to leave you money. And let's meet up this week. Okay.
Wait, you're going to leave?
Yeah,
you're going to leave?
This is too wrong.
It's already, you're already mid-robbery. You've told me you're not going to do it. You put the gun down.
Yeah.
It seems like you need this money more than I do. I own this house.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take the money. I'll leave the gun.
You were captain of the swim team.
I was on steroids in high school. And that's when the shit started.
That's when it started.
Yeah.
I want this to be a mutual meeting of like two people doing well. You're robbing me. It doesn't seem like you're doing well.
No.
Also, you stole my girlfriend at prom.
I left the car running.
Okay. All right.
Scene.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Theater. All right.
That was great.
Yeah.
What a great premise.
I didn't know I was going to be the robber.
You stood up though.
Well,
I wanted to find
I
a
stood
way.
up to move things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to find a way to have you be standing, but you be the person who lived in the house, but I couldn't figure it out.
All right. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
It's 2022. Let's keep it realistic. You go and look at the black guys when you rob.
All right. We flipped it. Okay.
Wait a minute.
I thought that's where it was going, but kind of interesting that you brought up. Hey, you guys in Seattle. How the fuck do you find out this is Seattle?
Oh, like layers. Okay.
So that shows that he actually looked you up to rob him. He really was doing it.
Oh, that's what we think.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Or it's just Let me tell you something.
Maybe that was an intense cry for help. I'm going to rob my best friend from high school.
I'm going to tell you a small part of a story that is absolutely true. I once rode my bicycle around the United States, and I went to random places in the United States, and I ran into randomly people I went to high school with.
Whoa.
In completely different places.
Yeah.
Maybe it was college. People I went to college with. But I ran in Georgia. No, I went to school in Georgia, and I was not in Georgia or New York when I ran into these people. So the world is...
Yeah.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah. All right. What else? What does anyone else? What do you have? What other people have?
Question.
Yeah.
Oh, who had their hand up? Don't be shy now.
What is it?
No, it was an answer to your previous problem.
Go back to it. Let's do it right now.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Do you want the microphone?
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Zarif, our house band, everybody.
So when I was like 5, or I think I was 5. You know when you're a kid, you're just fucking around with phones and shit. Yeah. So like back then, you didn't need the area code. You just like, so it was only like 7 digits instead of like 10. You know, so I had no idea what I was doing. But one time, I call like a number and my mom picks up, and she's at like a restaurant.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's at work basically, but like she picks up. I'm like, what? Yo, what? You know, and I try to do it again, it never happened.
Wow. He randomly called his own mom.
That is crazy.
Does she remember that? We got to get her on.
What? Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Because you didn't have, you said a cell phone or phone?
It was
Just a phone, house phone. He was a child. Yeah.
I in terms of randomness, I was once walking through Grand Central, and I looked down, and there was a gentleman on the ground, and I saw, and it was my dad.
What?
What?
And I had to call an ambulance. It was completely random.
What?
He was fine and everything, but he had a fall, and he was like, we hadn't seen each other in a while.
Oh, I was going to say...
But like, it was bizarre because I was the one who like literally happened upon him.
Holy shit.
Do you remember the date?
It was 20.
I don't know the year. What?
You're a lottery guy. You know how to play that.
I'm a lottery. Yeah, that's right. Play those numbers. Yeah.
April 20.
Something. All right. Wow.
I mean, I called an ambulance. It was so random because it was like you see people on the ground all the time, and then it's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Why are you seeing people on the ground all the time?
Oh, because I agree.
Okay.
It's New York City.
Yeah. Wow. What a great segment. Random stories.
Yeah. I think
Stories of randomness.
it also highlights to me that people have a hard time latching onto the mundane. The mundane doesn't come to mind. Everybody has good stories, and that's what comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you tried to be mundane. Because the story I was thinking of is how I chipped my tooth, which I think is a pretty good story. Do you guys want to hear the story very quickly before we get Brandon up?
Sure, yeah.
I was 8 years old, and I was living in Queens. And we had a house in Queens, and we were in the front yard playing, like right in front of the gate. And my sister like took a basketball from me, and she ran with it. And I was like so carefree and happy. I was like, "Ha ha ha! Give me the ball!"
Yeah.
And you know I'm short because I'm like 8.
Yeah.
And she runs into the gate, and it swings back out, and it hits me right in the tooth.
Ooh.
And that's this chip that you see right here.
I want to get involved.
You're involved now, man.
Yeah.
Rosedale.
Originally,
What part of Queens are you from? What tooth is chipped?
you remember the green bus?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
The green bus with the green stripe. So, arriving from Jamaica Avenue on Q Mountain, the bus stopped short. I'm sitting on my mother's lap. I'm like 4 years old. Hit the fucking front of like a little guardrail.
Yeah.
On the seat. chipped my tooth. Never gonna forget.
Adult tooth. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm still traumatized. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I was walking that same day, and I looked down and I saw a piece of tooth. It was his tooth.
I just went to the Magic Johnson multiplex one.
Magic.
Yeah.
All right.
It's everywhere.
Let's bring up our next comic.
Yeah. Brandon Scott, everybody.
Brandon.
Use this microphone.
This one right here? Yeah. Gotcha. I love this orange shit. I feel bad. Like, I don't have the same, like, chip tooth story, but I remember the first time I saw a crackhead in New York, I was like, nope, never doing crack. I'm with it. Nope, can't see how that. I don't know how New York prepared me for, like, all the shit I experience now, and I've got to learn about it. I was in Georgia some time, went to college in South Carolina. The only place that reminded me, like made me feel comfortable when I left here, was Waffle House. Because Waffle House was the only place I ever got to experience a fight at 2 o'clock in the morning that wasn't like domestic violence or a bodega fight. That was real comfortable for me. And then that might bother you, like, oh man, we're going from chip teeth to fight crackhead fights. It's okay, nigga, it's Christmas. This is why I don't tell stories. Like, I try to avoid telling my life stories because you'll be bothered. You'll be like, why do all your family stories involve crackheads? I don't know, nigga. I'm trying to find that out myself. It's a grand mystery. I'm going to have to go to heaven to answer some question like that. Just stepdad. Ask my mom. Mom, you got a pattern here? Is your pattern niggas at drug rehabs? Because please, help a nigga out here. Second stepdad and stole Magenesis. You're killing your boy. You know? But in case you don't know this, and I'm not happy about the trauma, but I'll tell you why I like it. It taught me how to adapt to the world. So in case you're new to New York, you're probably not. We got a lot of people here, but I help you out. Here's a half story. If you don't know how to survive a bodega fight, we're going to get you there right now. Now, I can see some real comfortable people. I said the words bodega fight. Some of y'all was like, oh, man, I just ordered my sandwich. Boom. That's the right response. That's the response you're supposed to have when you see a bodega fight. Mind you, I didn't practice none of these jokes, but I worked so hard to keep this white sweater white all day today, so I'm going to tell y'all my bullshit. You know how I had like a black kid struggle today? Do you know how I was dodging dirt? I could feel the impending acid coming. I just see myself fucking up this white sweater getting home. Here's how you survive bodega fight. So first you got 2 rules. I make sure I tell everybody these rules. Number 1, firing range. If you're not the person responsible for the bodega fight, get the fuck out the firing range. You got to be smart here. This takes situational awareness. So you see how long my arms are? Boom. Who about to fight? Crackhead going to throw something? Boom. Back up. Get yourself 2.5 feet. You let that shit unfold in front of you. Nobody's off. Your EBT card is not on the counter. You ain't got nothing to do with this situation. However, I tell people these rules, and trust me, I bother people so much. I could do jokes about how much I love buttholes, but we're going to get to that later. I ain't got time. Love them. Love buttholes. Here's the second most important part of a bodega fight. What you want. That's an actual statement. Because when that fight goes and breaks down, you start grabbing shit, nigga. This is turned into supermarket sweep. You got 15 seconds before Aki lock the door, cops show up, grab what you can, nigga. Whatever you see is all fair game. Box of cigars, box of cigarettes, 2 bags of chips, Slim Jims. You may not even need it. Grab it. You get close enough, you see a cell phone charger, you may not need it. Grab it anyway. And then walk out. That's the multiple walk out. Don't look back. Like a cool nigga looking at an explosion. Don't look back. You own this. It's all yours now. Possession 9/10 of the law. I hope that like when I finish taking over the world with comedy, I can help teach people things about the world. For example, if there was one statement I would want to send, here's a positive thing about crackheads. I don't have a lot of them. So here's one thing. If we could only get crackheads to use all that crackhead energy to do something productive like build spaceships, nigga, we would have spaceships built over the weekend for less than $5. I know this for a fact. And I've thought about this a lot because, again, crackhead stepdads. And I was like, if we could only get you niggas to fix my motherfucking bike instead of stealing that shit, my Christmas might look better. 30 seconds left. See, it's hard for me to come tell these jokes because there's jokes I can't even tell the people. Like, here's a joke if I was a comedian from the 12th century. The fuck is the deal with this wall, nigga? I've been walking past the same wall for 3 days now. I got PTSD. Do you know why I like that joke? Because it leads me to my second favorite thought about the past. When I hear people complain about how hard it is, like, oh, today's so hard. No, it isn't, nigga. You know why? Because none of us got to deal with barbarians. When's the last time you been standing outside a group of niggas just roll up on horseback? Like, hey, yo, nigga, give me your bag of gold. It's mine. Your cows, land, all that shit mine. Hasn't happened yet, right? So how the fuck are people complaining about your internet being out, nigga? You've never been ravaged by a Mongol horde. And that might be your kink. As I leave, here's one more thought. I see there's enough people of color in the room. So men of color, if you ever want to make friends with unsavory white men, just, you know, they're not the white friends you want to make friends with, but just in case you have to for survival purposes, let them think you got a small dick. Because if they think you have a small dick, then they think all the cards in their favor. And I know that bothers people because you're like, are big dicks that important? Yes. 400 years of slavery, and I'm still waiting for reparations, but I do feel better having a 9-incher. Just, I've eaten a lot of ass for like racial integration. So I mean, at least I'm glad I'm packing the schmeat. Hey, white people got the little ding dongs or whatever. I got schmeats. Hey, it has to happen. It has to happen. Anyway, my name is Brandon Scott. Add me on Instagram, Facebook, at Subway Show.
All right.
Do I stay up here or jump off the stage?
Oh no, please stay.
Okay, all right.
Schmeat.
Schmeat. That is a word I have used to get out of many fights, like many relationship fights. Like, you don't want the schmeat no more, baby? That's it. We done, that's it, no more? I have it saved in my phone, in case you don't know. In case you don't know how to spell it. SCHMEAT. Schmeat.
Okay, now I respect it.
Laham.
I don't know what that means, but yes. Got a hand up in the back. There you go.
Thank you. Awesome. I enjoy when people on the internet tell me how good of a job I've done. I'm just more used to it when I'm like naked from the waist down. So this is nice. This is nice.
I had two questions and I can't remember.
I have one.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. First question is, okay, you've seen this show before.
I have.
And you were here today when it like limped out of the starting gate, right? Were you like, oh, this is the show I get to be on at the beginning when it was like subpar?
Be honest.
You can be honest. Or not.
Well, to be fair, I have, for whatever reason, a lot of shows that I've gone to, like when I have a show, some weird shit happens. So I'm pretty used to it. I've had like on the way to a show, I accidentally walked up into a robbery once.
Like in the middle of it?
Yeah, like I was like on my way to a show, and this guy was like getting shaken down, and I did dumb ass people shit and was like, "Are you okay?" And like the dude took off and ran. And then another day I had a knife pulled on me. Like this happens to me a lot. So like I generally just feel like whenever this shit happens, it's just work through this shit. Like it's like a premature ejaculation. It's alright, it happens. They happen. Happens to the best of us, champ.
Hear that, Anya? Okay. Go ahead.
What we got Anya, premature ejaculation happens to the best of us, champ. Come on.
To the best.
To the best of us.
Damn it.
High five, Ralf. High five. I've had some terrible misfires. Like I haven't had enough to feel like I have a medical issue, but I've had two that have absolutely concerned me. and one was front seat of a Nissan Sentra.
Why the location? Why did you begin with the location?
Like, you ever, okay, so it was post-relationship argument, and you know how you kind of talk up that, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you that good, I'm gonna get, like, after you get to the fight or whatever it is. I don't mean to look specifically at y'all, but, like, you just right there. Also, you're gorgeous, black power, you know what I'm saying? Love the hair. You gotta be honest, Harriet Tubman was a fucking power figure, y'all. Respect the bitch. Respect the bitch.
I love it's
my schizophrenia, my bad.
Maybe I imagine this, but it seems like when you said the part about Harriet Tubman just now that all the white people held their breath. I wasn't here.
I
wasn't here when this happened.
You gotta respect the bitch. But I was just talking myself up as to like how we just got back into this relationship, and I'm gonna give you the good schmeat. Like, I'm gonna give you the loving girl. Like, oh yeah,
schmeat.
I'm gonna give you the schmeat. It's schmeat time. Like, I talk that shit up. Like, and then I think I lasted like 2 commercials, and was just like, oh, Final Fantasy, bam. And that was it. Also random, this is, again, you can believe this whether or not you want to, but it's actually true. For whatever reason, after sex, I now hear the Final Fantasy theme, like, So, but when I hear that, it's game over. Like, when I hear that, that's the end of the battle. We're done. Swords go away, I go to sleep, you go to sleep, snap time, night, we're done.
There was a time where I thought to myself, my partner might find it funny if, while in the midst of it, I start saying my own name. It did not go well.
Oh, no.
She was not amused. No.
Was this like a third person thing? Was it like, oh yeah. Like, if it was me, I'd be like, oh yeah, Brandon's.
No, I was cheering myself on, and she didn't enjoy that. She also didn't think it was funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Like don't bring jokes into the bedroom. But, yeah.
You've both shared an intimacy. I feel I'm going to try to find a tame one.
Okay.
I have one.
All right.
The last time Anya and I were considering having sex,
okay,
she said your breath was really bad.
All right.
And go brush and floss. It was the middle of the day, so she was like, maybe I'll just go take Masha on a walk. And I was like, but if you go, it's not going to happen. She's like, go. Somehow, I went in the bathroom, I brushed and flossed, I came out, she was dressed. And Masha was in her harness, and I said, you lied to me. And she said, no, I didn't. And that was it.
Fact checker, is that true?
Well, it's partially.
All right.
He said that he said, okay, I'll go brush my teeth, but if I get up off of this bed and I go brush my teeth, the moment will have passed and we're just going to get up and go for a walk.
Yeah.
He said, but also,
yeah.
I try to make a lot of jokes in the bedroom, and
okay.
You're right, he hates it.
Oh, it doesn't go over well.
It's not the time.
Yeah.
It's not the time,
business.
girl.
Yeah.
But there's so many funny things that happen.
Schmeat.
I have to agree. Okay, so I didn't forget attention span. Second story of my premature ejaculation. Second time I remember it happening. I'd been having sex for like 3 hours. And, schmeat. It's Godzilla. It's a rule. Okay, so it was like, we started like 11 o'clock, and about like 2:30 we started like round 2.
I bet you could do that if you're cheering yourself on.
You cannot. First and foremost, hold on. This is why I will tell you why I disagree with what I call the third person perspective. It's a thing. It's called the third person perspective. Because if I was like, oh yeah, Brandon's giving it to you good. Okay, you're taking away the focus. You're not the focus. You're the team, okay? But you're not the focus. The fans are the focus. You got to make the fans happy, right?
Wow.
You're eating pussy, and you're down there to cheer yourself on. You're down there to cheer on the pussy fans. See you.
I like the way Rich is looking at you right now because he seems to have his own very strong opinion about this.
The guy who found his dad on the ground and saved his life is leaning forward, hanging on every word.
But not.
This is where you come to learn shit.
It's not learning. He's evaluating each thing for himself. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Your fans, I think, I like Instagram Live, so I'm like,
No. I think like Lakers fans, like Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, whatever. He'd go for a slam dunk because the fans love that shit, right? Okay, that's how I view
Relations.
Well, no. Technically, relations is more like it's a galactic war between two people that have weird ass. But the sex part,
That's what I meant.
is like a championship game. I go for the dunk because we can do it and the fans love it. That's when you let somebody sit on your face while they read their favorite book. Because it's for the fans. Like they sit on your face while reading their favorite book.
If we asked you to come back and make samosas, you would not? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Fair.
If there were a food I would make, however, there would be
No one yell out Schmeat right now.
I would do lasagna. I've always wanted to make just a really good lasagna. And I've always felt like it has multi-purposes. Like I could do it like something small for like a date or for like a bunch of, I just put.
Make a layer of bacon or something.
I absolutely was gonna have some bacon in it. It's gonna have some bacon in it. Do you know why I wouldn't want a high cooking show? It's because no one would give a fuck. Like you already know I'm a stoner.
This is the stone cooking show that I would like to do. It's stoners watching other cooking shows and them talking about that. Because I think there's justice when there's a cooking show and nobody to eat it. Right? Because it's like they're cooking stuff and then showing you on TV and you don't get to eat that. Why do they get to eat that?
Smart.
Yeah.
Wicked smart. I just think it would be boring to see me cook because I'm a terrible person to cook with. Like if you stand in the kitchen with me long enough, I will begin making food, but then an existential conversation about why blowjobs should be currency comes up.
I just want to say I don't have an opinion on high cooking shows. I'd love a great one if one came on. When I was young, I didn't have cable, and so we had PBS, and I used to watch a lot of Yan Can Cook. I don't think he was ever high, but it made me feel less alone.
Bob Ross used to make me feel like that.
Yep.
Do you have any
Rest in
questions
peace.
for us?
Yeah.
No.
Anyone?
I mean, I know technically I hate to ask this, but was there anything specifically like you really wanted to know about me? Like, I mean, I know it sounds weird, but I am a strange open book, and I know that people generally have questions. So, like,
Brandon does stand up. Do you still do stand up on the subway?
I do things on the train like performance art, whatever the fuck it is.
What? Did you begin that with an end goal in mind, like a thing you wanted to achieve, learn, or gather, or are you just like, this is what I'm to do? Yeah.
So, honest statement, I didn't want to do it. I originally did not want to start the Subway show because I didn't want my comedy to be relegated to just me being on the train. I've tried very hard to not be a shtick. There are lots of things there are lots of things that I really want to do in comedy. I want to bring an honest voice that people don't get to hear genuine like personality from people on the stage. There's always someone trying to say something because they think it's just a fucking joke. And so that's why you get so many people who make like pedophilia jokes or rape jokes or jokes down in women. And I kind of haven't had a problem with that, which is one of the reasons why I felt like it'd be easier for me to get into comedy. Me doing stuff on the train, I really felt like I would be too much of a shtick. Like people would just see me on the train, they would hand me money, and then they would ignore me. And I had a big issue because again, I spent a lot of time. I was sleeping on the trains when I first moved here. I was homeless. And I got to see how people treated a lot of the homeless on the trains. I specifically make it a rule that I don't take money on the trains. Like, if I don't panhandle while doing the subway show, keep your money. I'd rather you add me on Instagram. If there was anything I would do from it, I would try to use it, I guess, to benefit my quest for world domination.
Vote for this guy. Yep.
What was the first line that you did subway comedy on? What between what stations?
Was it the green line?
Well, we don't call it. We call it the broad.
They got different names for theirs. I refer to all mine by the colors, the orange, blue.
You got a 6 That's how you know that. You know what
I know you do. You work for MTA. Like, he'll sit here all damn day and be like, "Hey, nigga, I do MTA, nigga. I'm real somewhere, nigga."
What train was the first train you did? What was it? I'll tell you what type of audience you had.
Yeah, you say what train you were on. He'll tell you what.
We'll probably agree because I've learned how the trains work. Like, I want to say. No. Honestly, I can't. It was either the Q or the 6. The first, it was either the Q or the 6. But it was an afternoon ride, which meant I got a lot of people like right after work, right after lunch, a bunch of white people. Upper East Side, yes. So it was either the 6 or the Q, and I had a family member that was living near 101st Street, so I was kind of hopping between the 6 and the Q at the time. New train. Okay. Probably. Okay.
How did you stop being afraid of clowns? How'd you stop being afraid of clowns?
Oh yeah. How did you stop being afraid of clowns? Yes.
I made friends with clowns, and it's a very, very, very interesting story. All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
My answer is the same clown posse.
There we go. Rest in peace.
They're still alive.
Oh, shit. Okay. Tell people how they can find you, Brandon.
You can find me on Instagram at Thy Subway Show.
Thy
Subway Show. I lost the first one to Nazis. Not my fault. But fuck Nazis.
Yep.
In my defense, fuck Nazis in the face with your fist if you have to. Straight up.
I agree with all that, although you started with "in my defense." But Thy Subway Show. At Thy Subway Show.
I'm also on Facebook at The Subway Show. Everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube, Cash App, because again, I am a hoe.
Yep.
And Cash App is where hoes can run freely like unicorns.
God bless.
Wakanda forever.
Yep.
I am also I'm working on this OnlyFans thing.
Get it.
Because I'm really trying to sell this schmeat. This is just high quality, platinum level schmeat right here. But other than that, I don't know, say my name 3 times into a mirror.
Thy Subway Show. Give it for Brandon, everybody.
Scott, everybody. Yeah. All right. I think that's...
One more time for Bailey Pope, at the actual Bailey Pope. At the Subway Show, we're starting on the show. You grab one of our cards, and if you scan it, you can follow everybody who was on the show. You'll go right to our Instagram.
Give it up for Zarif and our friend Ellie taking photos.
Our fact checker Anya.
Yeah, and for Ralf and Masha the dog.
Masha the dog.
And Rich Templeton for saving his dad.
Yeah.
You know, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
All right. We love you. We'll see you next week. We're here next Monday. Have a good night.
Oh, I forgot to plug Saturday.